What's up, gang? I believe this is session number 4. Today is the 25th, almost done with February. Got a new car, color car is trash. It's too bad, rest in peace. Not gonna paint the next one. I just wanted to talk a little bit about I just had a lot of things on my mind, a lot of frustrating things, just comparing to other people, thinking about other people. And I don't know, I'm trying to right now I'm thinking about how I can tell this story without giving a name because I don't really like it's not about the names. It's more about the idea of what happened. It doesn't matter what who said what, just it matters about what ideas are being put on the table. And I guess recently this recent story was I just felt like everyone was being extremely hypocritical. like for some reason, they some people are so quick to count you out for some reason. And you're thinking to yourself, this guy is pretty much calling me a loser. Okay, so he's calling me a loser. Okay, so see, and I'm not saying literally. You humans take the most literal of things non-literal, and when it's literal, you don't even it goes right over your head like a fucking balloon. So let me just explain myself before I miss the balloon myself. Um, and you're thinking to yourself, this guy's calling me some type of way that ends up being slash meaning I'm a loser. So you're trying to convey that to me. So okay, so you're conveying it to me that I'm a loser. Why? If I really was a loser, would you you wouldn't want to we don't call retarded people retarded in their face. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's definitely something suspicious here, maybe sus, even sus, that he's trying to change my mind for some reason. Instead of making me think that I'm probably pretty much one of the most skilled people in that group, pretty much the without that group, without me in that group, it's pretty much everyone's just smoking weed at the end of the day. And uh and so this guy is trying to convince me I'm a loser. He's telling me all these things. And this guy, we've been friends for a really long time. Not no, not a really long time. For maybe almost half a year. And I just get the fact that we're back in high school again. There's groups, there's lunch tables you can sit, and there's lunch tables you can't sit at. For some reason, that's happening. And I've been voted. Everyone, the 25 contestants have already voted. They didn't tell me. They didn't tell me to vote. They just voted, and I'm being voted out for some reason. And I just get the fact that they're so scared of me, dude. They're just so fucking bewildered. Like the things that people don't want to believe. You, people are ridiculous. The only reason they want to believe stuff is because it's good. And when they don't want to believe stuff, it's no, it's bad. It's not right. It's not if I just say so because I'm God, right? Whatever. It's so silly. So here I am. This guy is trying to chew me out because I was just talking. I literally I practically did nothing. I'll just say it right now. I practically did nothing, but in this case, when I call them pussies for pretty much me doing nothing than just saying words and having conversations with them, they hate that. And the conversation, and to base this on something, this conversation, I only got what was happening, what he was talking about 20 minutes in. This guy is if you hear about long-term effects of alcohol, it's already affecting him, and he's maybe in his junior or senior year. He's already done. He's dead. He's gonna die, dude, if he keeps drinking. That's a fact. So anyway, so this guy, here he is. He's trembling. I'm his therapist. I'm looking at him I'm dude. You cannot believe how me. I'm a very I don't count anything out. That's just not me. So I I take his words and I emulate them. I simulate them. So I do feel bad. I'm like, he's trying to make me feel bad, and I end up feeling bad, which is like whatever. But if you saw me in that situation, I was perched up. I was like a gamer who lost the first round. In the second round, I like perked up. I like put my butt all the way into the corner of the seat, and I'm like back facing. I'm like, yes, like I'm like so focused. I'm so ready for this because this guy, I'm about to like just like play the. I'm just like I'm about to like be this guy's like therapist for like the next hour. So finally, I realized why, like where is this all coming from? Like he's calling me, like he's saying that I do this, and finally he says it. And in his drunk entourage, he says this. It's like, what? I do stuff. You don't. You guys are all cap. Y'all don't do nothing. And he talks about another friend that also is a doer, and of course, when you're, it's unbelievable that what we're doing. So we're crazy. We have a mental illness. Like, not. I have another friend who's like, "Oh yeah, dude, I think he has like, I think he has a mental illness or something." Like, and it's almost astonishing. Like, there's like when that happens, there's some things in life when you just like find out about them, you just learn conversation is only for conversationists. If you don't know how to use a conversation, people just talk to talk, to just blow air. And hopefully, at the end of that air cycle, they feel a little bit better. That's why they talk. So, anyway, so yeah, like, they don't. So, here's like what's going on so far. Something unbelievable is happening to him. It's a cat. And he starts like, what else happened? So, yeah, I'm his therapist. It's so obvious what's happening. Like one of these guys. There's another example. I call this guy a regular guy. Okay, this is what words I use. I called him a regular guy, and he flipped out, dude. He flipped out because I called him regular. And let me give you context to the few ones who were thinking, oh yeah, because you were critiquing his something and you called him regular. No, dude. I literally said, blank, you're a regular guy. Maybe I didn't say it with such a nice voice. Maybe I was using like the joke voice I talk with my friends because like that's what I thought he was until I learned I can't do stuff that uh I just can't do the same things. It's like hypocrisy is happening right now, and I'm not about it. I'm not big on like get the hypocrites, but and usually the case is that like people the hypocrite finders, the people who want to find the hypocrites are like they're just as wasteful as the hypocrites. uh, and I don't think it's a really bad thing. It's something that a lot of people are, and it's very natural. It's something we all work on. Anyway, yeah, I called him like I basically like said regular guy, and I was making the most joke. Like these like you cannot like they're not. This is not like up in the air stuff. These are jokes. Like he was saying stuff, I was laughing. He was saying stuff, and I was saying stuff, and he was not vibing apparently. And the best, and so like yeah, I don't know. Like there's some people who just don't understand friendships. They don't understand life. Like being naive is as worse as being like a violent serial killer. Like you just like you it doesn't matter whether you don't know what you're doing or not. Like you're just doing it at the end of the day. And of course there's some cases in law where that's permissible, and there's always some cases where it's excusable, but I talk in generalizations because what else am I supposed to do, talk for like 10 hours? Like, well, I don't know who talks for 10 hours. So yeah, I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, I made this guy so like blew his mind so badly from basically just like doing nothing. And like he can't believe it. Like he just can't believe it. I just it's just so sad that like people just are they don't know, like they have no idea, dude. Like okay, see, okay, this is why I'm saying it, okay. If he knew, he wouldn't be crying in front of me. Like it's a form of crying in front of me when you're doing stuff like that. It's like, why are you showing me all this personal information? You're supposed to be like if you like You're giving me a show. You're putting on a show, and now I'm taking your bullshit and I'm putting it on air because it's hilarious. See people act that way. And so pretty much one of the most boisterous, full, uh, brave people I've met is just like he's just tearing, crying in front of me because I told him like sometimes he needs to make stuff, which is and it hits him deep. He knows everyone knows it's right, but it's not easy to admit for some people. I've seen. It's just so sad, it's disappointing to just look at that creature and just like, damn, dude. Like it was so bad. It was like I'm reflecting inside my head. I'm like, what am I doing, dude? Like if I'm like a human as well, and I think I think I'm doing much better than he is. Like what am I doing? I must be still really bad because I'm a human. Like, but yeah, like so therapy was over. Um, don't respect me. They don't treat me equally. I don't know if they know that they do that, but I don't know if they care. They don't. I know they don't care because it's what's happening at the end of the day. Um, yeah, like overall, it's just I. This year was pretty much me seeing if I could collab with a lot of people, and ends up a lot of people they are inexcusably lost. It's incredible. Like I don't want to be scary. I don't want to intimidate people, but at the same time, yeah, I want to intimidate that guy because that guy's a fucking teddy bear at the end of the day. Like the best thing I can do with people like that, you have to stay very far away from them. It's like kryptonite, dude. The people who you don't like because of whatever reason. I'm not gonna judge you for liking someone for one reason or another, but it's kryptonite. If you're around them, they're gonna like weaken you. It's so sad. But at the same time, it's still their fault for being a big-headed, egotistical motherfucker at the end of the day, dude. Like that's like I really hope they learn from that, dude, cuz they're going to beat their wife, dude. They're going to beat someone. They're going to go to jail cuz they don't understand, dude. It's hilarious. Or even worse, they don't do anything bad and they live a gray life. Only thing I wish for those people, I hope in their perspective, at least they're having a good time. Cause I don't know if it's gonna last after this life is over. But you know, all that stuff is still up in the air. All that afterlife stuff, who knows? But yeah, like it's it's things like that, and it's things like the most empty people being the meanest, and the most truthful people making the most out of their time, and being the purest, just having a pure heart, like be having a good heart. And those people get shaded on the most. Hey guys, I have one final point to this story. So basically, at the end, right before I left, um, he was talking about one of my friends, and he was saying he followed him around and like just shot videos of him, and he said he got something embarrassing. Now, that's how general I'm gonna be in that because all I really want to share in this last statement is the ones who win, they just go, and then the others, they want to disprove it very bad.